Prince Andrew now about to feature on the big screen, or should we say the streaming screen? As ever, stay tuned. Morning, Neil Sean here in the very heart of London. Thank you so much for joining me today. And as ever, look out for each other. Say a big wave and hello to each other. And I hope we're all keeping well, whatever we're doing today. So, do take care of yourselves out there. I know it's a very choppy world right now. Politics, it's just gone nuts this week. Can't keep up with it, you know what I mean? So difficult. And for those that don't know, that's one of the main topics that I cover for TV over here in the United Kingdom. And it's just been hectic upon hectic. People resigning, non-resigning, launching leadership bids, can't keep up. How are you supposed to catch your favourite soaps? With all of this kicking off, One person, of course, who's got quite a bit of time on his hands now, sadly, is, of course, the former royal known as the Duke of York, His Royal Highness Prince Andrew. We don't need to go into all of those tedious details, everybody knows, but really I just wanted to let you know about a couple of stories surrounding him, because, whatever he does, and he's obviously lying low and keeping a very low profile. I mean, the last time we really saw him was when he escorted his lovely mum to the memorial service for his late father. And lots of people were very unkind about that, as we said at the time. I mean, it's his father, he should be allowed to do that, whether you're in the public eye or not. Those are your rights, it's up to you. And if he was requested by a wonderful monarch, then who are we to argue? But moving forward, because then, as we then knew, lots and lots of things were stripped away from him, titles, even people trying to get him ousted out of Royal Lodge, so that he had nowhere to live. He's always going to have somewhere to live. The Queen has a vast estate, and she could easily place him somewhere else. Then we also told you about the plans to sort of skedoodle him up to Scotland and keep him out the way. He's going to Scotland to see his mother when she goes on holiday in Balmoral. Don't believe the media lies. That's the story. What's interesting here is, though, another big media lie has surfaced, so I wanted to clear this up for you, because apparently the Grenadier Guards, of which he was, of course, the Colonel-in-Chief, sadly, they don't like the fact that he's still wearing the uniform, or so the media say. Let me explain the true story. There's a picture of him wearing the uniform in the story, but in reality, what he's been snapped doing is wearing a pullover and also a fleece with the logo on. These are just merchandise that he would have been given, no doubt to wear himself or perhaps to give away. Whichever way, it's simply just merchandise. He's not flouting it, he's not wearing it on parade or trying to get back onto the balcony and anything stupid like that. But isn't it strange when someone is down, the media seemingly just want to keep kicking them, Now, I'm sure once he sees these pictures, he'll realise and put that to the bottom drawer and possibly never wear it again. But it does seem ludicrous to want to keep saying things like that when this poor man, whichever way you look at it, has definitely been removed from life, and obviously for the reasons that he knows himself. Also, what about Ghislaine Maxwell? Well, now we know her sentence and we know that she's going to appeal, but it looks like one of the big streaming giants, you know which one, we don't need to give them a plug, they are planning to make a film all about the trial and the associated story. So who will be playing Prince Andrew? And once again, does that make it a prickly decision for those that are attached, involved, signed with contracts to that particular streaming giant? Which either way it looks, it's a bit of a mess. But whatever way you want to look at Prince Andrew in the media, the stories about him parading around in his uniform simply are made up stories. As ever, glad to clear it up for you exclusively on this channel. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.